live, going live.
Preparing yourself. That's
Oh
really
my
nice.
goodness. Let me turn my
And
head
look at the light. It looks like the sun, but it's dark a little bit.
Yeah.
Normally, it's brighter than this. Let's have a look.
And should I take my glasses off?
Should be brighter. It should be lighter than that.
Oh, goodness me, do I look like that?
Are you okay, computer?
I'm trying to see who I look like.
Let's have a look. Dark light. Sometimes it can be really light, you know. Okay. So good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are in the world. This is Carol Matibula saying hi. I don't know our color. It's not so well, you guys. So please bear with me. Sometimes this thing has a mind of its own. So I have an amazing brother here, you guys, that I'm going to introduce to you. He's a Londoner. He has been here for years, but originally from
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California. So finally, I have landed in America, but right in London, isn't it?
Hey, that's the one.
So, brother, yes, tell the audience who you are and what we are planning to do and etc. You're one of those intelligent ones in the world of science.
Well, I don't know about intelligence, but I am Jeff Dorsey, and I'm from Los Angeles. I've been in the hair industry for close to 30 years or more. I have experienced a lot in South Africa and throughout the continent.
Yeah.
And I was very fortunate. I say almost able to touch 7 continents of the world just being here in London. South Africa was an eye-opener for me when I went in '86.
When things were still very hard.
Kind of hard, you know.
Yeah.
But life was beautiful. And one thing I learned, that these guys in South Africa, they never lost their joy.
So very true.
Yeah, they smile.
Even in those times,
yeah,
isn't it?
even in those times.
Mm.
And I was living in a hotel on Clay Cox Street, I think that's the name of it. And
was that Hillbrow?
Hillbrow.
Can you imagine Hillbrow in those days was amazing? If you go to Hillbrow today, you would wonder what has happened to Hillbrow. It died completely.
Oh, that was a very vast city. I mean, I loved it. I mean, I used to just go out for a walk and everything. And I had a friend I was telling you earlier about that was had his own little hair setup there in South Africa. I forget the name of it. But he took me to places, and I invited him to come to the hotel. We went to the bar for a drink. And I didn't want to stand out whilst I was there. So I let my beard grow longer than it is now. And I had hair back in those days, as you can see, you know. This is shine. And they called me Kaffa.
They call you Kaffa?
In the hotel.
Somebody called you Kaffa?
They told me to order my food and drink in my native language, you Kaffa. So I felt glad. I was like, oh, I made it. I'm one of the boys, you know. I made it because they treated me like I was an ordinary person.
And
Treated me like I was local.
So even though it was an insult, but for you it came as if
I made it.
I made it. I'm one of the ones who was struggling. How
Yeah.
amazing! How amazing that is! So amazing.
And I realized I went there for a purpose. And that was just to teach and to share and to and to learn. We learn from each other.
Yeah.
I opened up myself to them, and they opened up to me, and the word traveled. It went all the way to Lesotho, went to Pretoria, went to Soweto.
Interesting.
It went to Botswana. What's the other place you told me? Swaziland.
Swaziland, yeah.
And I was like,
Lesotho.
And I was getting people coming, and I thought it was just like a local township or somewhere, you know, local. Yeah. And when they told me where they was traveling from, they had to leave their families to come and stay a week. They
taught by you.
Yeah.
How lovely.
And it was a beautiful feeling. I never experienced something like that.
You know, I sorry to cut you. I always say to people, when it comes to celebration, especially the spiritual one, I can feel it when it's done by South Africans. There's something, they bring something. When they dance, they shake the earth. The earth shakes. And you can really feel it shaking. And I'm thinking, the spirit of joyness. I can.
I feel like I felt shocked as a Zulu that day when I went to Soweto.
Yes.
And they was all dressed in their tribal uniform or outfits. And when they stumped the earth,
it's okay.
When they stumped the earth and the earth shook, I felt like, oh man, this is powerful.
Yeah.
this is power. No wonder when the South, whatever those guys came to attack,
The Afrikaners didn't leave.
When they came to try to attack in the
They
Zulu,
thought we're not living here. This is a place to
the
be.
Zulu, they shook that earth, and the guys didn't know. No matter they had their guns or whatever, but when they stomped on that earth, they knew their presence was here, and they could not, run away from it. They couldn't fear it. I mean, they had to fear it. Matter of fact,
Definitely,
they have to fear it because those guys were so powerful. They were so powerful. I said, God, thank you for this experience.
And what were you doing in South Africa?
I was the director, I was the director of the academy in South Africa.
Yeah.
Director and principal
For hair.
For hair. I was responsible for bringing.
God, you have been in hair for such a long time.
Yes.
Wow.
I had one experience when I was there, Carol, when this guy, because I worked for a curl company,
Yeah.
and his hair would not break down.
Bear with me. What do you mean?
It would not straighten for the process for the curl.
No.
Yes. And what happened?
Was it because of it was too African? Was it too Kelly?
It was too
it
curly,
a Bushman?
too coily. It was Bushman, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
But the student kept saying, "Sir, it hasn't broken." I said, "Do it again." I must have did it about 3 or 4 times to where the hair was liberated.
Wow.
And we all learned something on that day. I said, "Boy, the hair was wiry and resistant. It would not straighten, but you could see that it was breaking down little by little."
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that was something interesting for me.
So the hair had his own language.
Had his own language.
You're not going to take me away from.
You're not going to take me from. I'm
you're not going to break me like a horse, isn't it? How lovely.
No. And it only got liberated when he said, "Okay, break my hair down."
Really?
It was a spoken word.
And the head listened and said, "The commander has spoken."
Yeah.
Nice.
But I was the commander.
I can imagine. Now you say you're doing something, because I remember when I told people what you do, which I had never heard of it before, they were very interested, and people wanted to know and say, "Wow, that sounds like a scientific." Could you tell a little bit about what you do?
Okay, I try to incorporate science.
Analysis.
Yeah, I try to incorporate science with biology, whatever you guys call it, and methods. Microscopic analysis for me has been there for a very long time in the 90s, where we used to have to extract the bulb, put a little tape around the hair, the scalp, and you would extract about 5-10 strands, and you would look at the bulb, and the bulb can give you indication with polarized lights, can tell you, if the hair is anemic.
So you pull it from the roots.
We used to back in the days.
Yeah. Was that good for the hair? Was it going back?
Well, you take it from an area that
of course, yeah.
So, but that we were able to give it a total breakdown
analysis
on what was going on, the health of the hair, and almost the person as well. But nowadays they have the microscopic analysis. Some of them have polarized light, but it's more or less looking at the scalp. And sometimes the scalp can be a tonic scalp. It can be a grayish kind of tone where you can see a lot of toxins and whatnot in the scalp and the skin, the epidermis, dermis layer. Excuse me. And also you can see dryness, flakiness, oily, sebaceous gland. So it has a lot of indications to, where you can know what type of service you're going to do on that particular individual. So everybody's genetic makeup is totally different. Everybody's DNA. I mean, we come from the same, but we all have our own way. And microscopic analysis gives me a breakdown where I can just literally go and give a certain treatment for that particular individual. It's more tailor-made.
Right. I'm very intrigued with this, and I'm glad that we're doing this. This is kind of random, you guys. We were not supposed to be doing this. We were supposed to talk, and then from there, but I thought he's here. Why don't we get to the story? Because I tell you why. Over the years, I've been doing my hair, and I find out that most of salons don't listen to us. They do what they want.
Wow.
And then they believe that the more they pull your hair tighter in these things that they do, your hair will grow. And for me, I always felt pain, like the biggest pain. And I would say to them, guys, you're not going to touch my hair too hard, because I think I've got a very sensitive scalp. And they'll say, no, you behave like a child. But over the years, I deny them pulling my hair. Even today, I still have my hair as it is because I protected what I feel. But
Mm.
am I right to say that most of us, when we go to the black salons, most of them, few of them understand that the hair has its own life. There's lots of anatomy that goes on this
Yes. Yes.
of the scalp. That's what you're saying. So what you do is actually studying what's going on beneath the hair before you even start giving a treatment.
Yes. Because I do what we call lymphatic drainage. So
on the scalp.
So lymphatic drainage is
you also have a lymphatic drainage on the scalp.
Yeah. Lymph nodes and all other things. So it's like mine is more topical. But you'll find that and resource is available for those who want to learn. And I used to call this say this let me look at my notes here. The unseen with a scene of scenario.
Right.
Scenes of scenario. So there are certain things that are unseen in our trade, and that's like European and Afro, that we would not show to the public. It's unseen because if they was to know that I didn't put that particular thing, or I didn't use this particular thing, but then there's sometimes some clients might not give you the truth
of their hair,
history,
of the history of their hair.
Yeah. So you got both. But
so is it important that we understand our history? Because now, when you say that a client wouldn't give you the truth of their history, and I'm thinking, wow, Jeffrey, what is my history of my hair? I don't know what is my history of my hair.
There's sometimes about the affiliations of things they have used on their hair shaft, like we use a lot of these colors sometimes, the powder, and water, and sometimes those products is hard to penetrate, do anything, and when sometimes consumers come in and they want to do a color, rightly so, we should take a strand test.
So
but sometimes for the amount of time and money, and you got a lot of people coming in, you try to trust the history of what they're telling you. And sometimes it's fabricated, or it's kind of in a nonchalant way, and to where even though you ask them the question, have you, and they say, no, I haven't. But it's until
you start putting the product
and it's not working, you say, well, something's not wrong. Oh, but I told you so and so and so. So, and again, it's like unseen truth, unseen scenarios. A scenario that they created, they probably came already thinking that, and some stylists or salon owners say, tell them we got the product and tell them come and get the hair done because they need the money. Unseen truth. Again, scenario.
I hear you.
So, but it's like, it's a catchphrase 22. I've seen it in my, even I can say I can hold my hand up. I might have did some cup of porkies myself.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got your money though.
Yeah. It's a joke, you guys.
It's a joke.
Big joke. Yeah.
But laughter and joy. And sometimes I learned that sometimes when a client's more relaxed, sometimes they walk out and feel my hair feels important. My life feels, because I say hair is a lifestyle and lifestyle is your hair.
Hair is a lifestyle. Lifestyle is your hair. For men and women, or
for both.
For women?
Men and women. Your hair is your
life. Because I feel that men, especially our African brothers, they just cut their hair, man, and there's no struggle.
But it's their lifestyle. They go into job, they want to look cool.
Yeah, it is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Before they come see you, they have to go trim, shave.
Yeah, and the metrosexual man nowadays, he's getting steamed. He's getting his nails done. Matter of fact, he cares, So you got to look at it. That sometimes, when what we think that used to be, gayish, as they would say.
Yeah.
It's no longer that.
It's normal now.
It's normal,
Now, if you have to teach somebody in terms of hair, because I say there's a hair movement. There's a movement. Wherever you go, you hear people talking about natural hair. Black women are trying to get back their hair, even though there's still lots of things happening. Especially I think when I came to London really changed me completely, because when I came here, I was still doing my extensions and etc. It was easy, really, because when you have extensions, you just go to the salon, they do, and the job is done. But when I came here, there was a certain movement, and I followed this movement, and I became that. So for you, as a person who's in hair, what it is that you think it's going on in our hair today that we need to be aware of as a community in terms of the good things and what are the challenges in terms of financials as Black hair business person today? Do you get lots of support from the Black community? Or you think?
I get good support from the community, and I get some depreciation as well.
Hmm.
And but I've learned whether I'm rendering my service to European or Black natural hair.
So you treat everyone. You're
I
not
got-
only treating the Black hair, you treat all kinds of hair.
I have no discrepancy about money. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
but
But you
service,
good with all of them, yeah.
I try to be, because it's an understanding. My philosophy, and I learned it from a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Cotton, wool, and silk, and satin.
Mm-hmm.
Is I classify our hair texture, and now they got 4C, 1C, BB, blah, all these different categories, which is cool. But like I said, once you understand the fabric, and once you understand the characteristics of the hair, you're able to give it its right analysis, and you're able to treat it accordingly. A lot of people, when they come with the natural, I said it's good you get in touch with your mother side or the natural side of your hair. I will find a way of treating you and try to achieve the best result
Out of
for
your own natural hair.
what you want for that hair.
Right.
Whether you want to wear it curly, you want to straighten it, or you just want a deep condition.
Yeah.
I'm there for you in any kind of way. In the same way with chemicals, chemically treated hair, because everybody, lifestyle is different.
Mm.
And those who like their hair natural, they might have the time, and they worked out a routine to where they can get up in the morning and do the hair. But there's somebody else might not be able to, hey, I gotta get to work. Boom.
Mm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the signs, how do you know? Like most of us, we've got the same hair. Like my hair, it's really, really natural, but it's very soft and touching. And lots of people get surprised because when they look at my hair, I
Feel
remember,
it?
yes.
Okay, so you have what we would.
What do you call this?
Now this, like when I was in South Africa,
Yeah.
it is, your texture is kind of fine. It's not wiry, but in a way, you can see that the curls are very tight.
Yes. Yes.
Coily or something.
Yes.
What
would be this for you in your scientific understanding?
For me,
my hair?
I mean, that's like fine hair for me. And if I'm going to treat it, I'm going to do a good deep moisturizing and probably oil treatment on the hair shaft, because I want to put the characteristics in to where I can see the natural curl pattern.
And meaning that at this moment you don't see the natural curl pattern.
I can see a little bit back here. I can see that. You got some good oils, and you got the little spring curl here.
Yeah.
But certain other areas you don't. It's like it's a totally different texture. Mama, you gotta remember the DNA. Mama and Papa. So sometimes you might find Papa on the bottom, Mama on the top, or on the sides.
So this one means that I've got two structure of hair. It's not one. One is curly and one not.
One's frizzy, kind of frizzy.
I've
but
never
again,
seen that before.
But it could be, again, just a lack of the nutrients or the products that you put on there. So when you treating it, or when you put it, because you find on YouTube a lot of people plaster a whole lot of product, and you got to remember the molecular weight of the product makes the hair heavy.
I'm putting lots of,
just to achieve what you look.
I put lots of oils on my and creams, and because somebody told me that the more you put, the more. Would you say that's not good for the hair?
I mean, the hair needs, and the scalp needs to breathe. So sometimes when you got so much products on there, you got free radicals, like we call it. We laugh and joke about it, but you got stuff attaching. You're on the underground, dust, all that stuff is attaching. And this is why I tell my clients, they wake up and say, Jeff, I got bumps, blah, blah. I said, well, you got all this product on your hair. When you got home, did you put a scarf, or did you wipe it off? Take a warm towel? My hair revert. I said, yeah, but you got to think about it. If you got all these products on top of each other, I said, why not just
with the dust and all that?
Yeah, wipe down, braid it, plait it. If you're wearing a natural, do what you need to do, cane roll, whatever style you want to do, and get it. So once you got a routine, it's just a method. Many years ago, when we used to do the microscopic analysis, we used to do a lot of prescriptions that we had to write out for the client, for the consumer. And so what's the company that I was dealing with, and still with today, now they have taken it and they put it down to methods.
Hmm.
So there's a method for every type of head of hair.
What
That's in the
makes
world.
the hair healthy in your way when you're doing your analysis and all that? How many types of hair that you have that you can say and mention and a person can look like now what you just said? I never thought that because I know that my hair is a kid, my hair a curly, and when I take out this thing, it rolls and
That's
it
good.
remains like that. It has this curly. Sometimes you can see these small curls, and I try to take them away, and in no second they are back
Go back.
again. But I don't know how to deal with it. So my question is, what are the number 5 good structure of hair that you can mention that look at your hair, point 1, you gotta have that.
I mean, you
Good things.
good things for me. You always remember your scalp is your garden.
Yeah.
So if you got a healthy scalp, you're treating and you're massaging and stimulating. I mean, that is one good point. That you can do, and also, oxygen. Sometimes we clog our scalp up with so much product, the scalp can't breathe.
I'm one of those.
And so sometimes you can get products, even though they might be cream based, or they might be liquid based, or they might be serum based, or what's the other ones they got?
So firstly, you gotta make sure that your scalp it's clean. It's stimulated by
massaging.
Do you steam it as well? Maybe have a steam
You can
as well.
steam. You can do a whole lot of different things on the scalp
to make sure that the scalp can
is
breathe,
healthy. Yeah,
and the pores are open,
yeah,
so it gets oxygen.
Yeah, when you apply the product onto the
scalp,
the hair on the scalp, you know that boom. Hey,
don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Don't overgrease it.
Don't overgrease it.
Which I do that.
Sometimes we say more product, the better results.
That's
and
what
sometimes they say less is best.
Yeah,
but
for you, less is best.
Why I say less is best because it depends on. I put products in different categories.
Yeah.
So I have a luxurious product range. Okay. I have a cosmetic range.
Okay.
I have a therapeutic range. And then I have a cosmetic range. I made that myself.
Those are yours.
This is my term. I made that one up. So the luxurious product is that one that is just that range you can use only by itself.
Not
and
with
so
others.
You can't do a synergy with those ranges. I found just me.
And what does it do for the hair that luxurious?
Luxurious, sometimes you get more therapy. You're getting all natural ranges from that particular range.
Okay.
So I think I did something today, and I don't even know why I did that today. Since you asked me the questions,
yeah.
It's like is all everything is making sense now.
Yeah.
But sometimes you realize that, when manufacturers are doing things and ingredients that they're putting in products, and if it's not natural, natural, you'll find that sometimes they got counterfeits.
Right.
And they're cutting corners.
Ah.
And that's why, we getting all these little disorders and things that's going on when we apply the products on ourselves. But like I said, treatments are very, very essential for the characteristics of your hair.
Yeah.
When you don't do a good treatment regime, I used to have a hair laser. The hair laser was full of infrared lights, and the infrared lights, they would stimulate the computer, just like you got.
So that the products can penetrate deeper.
The products would penetrate, and even you could just come sit under by yourself.
So you are really so luxurious. So luxurious, it's how often do you have to do this luxurious?
Luxurious.
Is it something that I do when I come to the salon, or I can do it by myself as well?
You could do it at home, but sometimes your regime, are you buying what they have? And sometimes
that luxurious thing.
Yeah.
And what does it consist of? What does, let's say, what is the product that? Because I've never thought of it in those terms that you have just mentioned, and I really want to know for myself as well. So when I say luxurious, what would be the benefits of this luxurious?
Like I said, luxurious
products
luxurious for yourself is something like what you have, what they using on you at home in the salon. So you're able to purchase the same thing when you're at home. You cannot make it to the salon. You're out, you're traveling about. Yeah. Or you just say your routine. I come to the salon probably once a month, or I'll come every 3 weeks, or I come every 2 weeks.
to get the luxurious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do luxurious or do your treatments. So sometimes you don't have to do luxurious all the time.
Yeah.
But it depends on your lifestyle.
But what does it do, luxurious? What are the benefits?
Luxurious,
the biggest benefits?
You find one of the biggest benefits of luxurious products is the molecular weight of the product.
Right.
So sometimes you don't need a whole lot of heat to penetrate it in. You don't have to plaster it in. So you just can put a little bit on your hand, work it in the hair shop. It does all in one. It's the rich and famous, they call it, But I realized by
which product will be that? Give me a name of few products in the market that are classified as luxurious.
Okay, all right. You want to give my secrets away, huh?
Okay. We'll find out later.
Well, they have a whole lot.
I'm so interested because of you know why I'm asking you? Because I'm in a journey of my hair. I'm in a journey of having a relationship with my hair. Because as I said to you, as all of us, and that's why it's so important, you and Brother Ovi, because of you are talking the language that I want to hear. Over the years, I was made. My aunt told me that I had an ugly hair when I was about 9 years old, and I had afro. I used to love it, and she looked at me and said, "What are you doing with that thing there? Everybody has a straight hair, and you're running around with that. Just go cut that nonsense." And from that moment, the relationship with my hair was diminished. And remember, it was 9 years old. That was so important. And since then, I lost my hair. And recently, 3 years ago, I started again. Can you imagine 3 years ago to have a relationship with my hair? But once again, I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. I just buy because I want to see this hair, but I don't know the language.
Well, one good tip, like when you're going into for like I'll say the luxurious side, because all products, ingredients have a stigma of saying aqua now.
Aqua.
Water, there's water-based. Certain things it's not going to be too harsh on you. But then they said if there's a code on it and there's a name that you can't pronounce, look it up. Sometimes it might be something that's man-made. A lot of the man-made ingredients in, but like they said, a lot of salons are not salons, but a lot of manufacturers that were black-owned. Recently, when I was in a meeting, they was talking about. And I knew, it's like soft sheen back in the days. And when a lot of these guys sell
sheen was terrible.
Yeah,
very harsh for our hair.
When they sold out, it became very harsh. But when Lusters and all them owned it, they was looking at it because they knew certain ingredients like the lower sodium sulfate and all these things, detergent-based product. And you get a lot of lather. We think, oh, this thing is working good, but it's stripping all the
natural essence.
And then they would take collagen-based products. They take cholesterol. They take a whole lot of stuff. They were cutting corners with the ingredients that was like good for you, the natural things, and putting it in with some cold man-made stuff. But you're starting to see now that we are getting back in line with our hair.
I would like to come for knowledge. I would like to come for a workshop to really understand. So firstly, we have broken the luxury. What was the second one?
Second one was therapeutic.
What is therapeutic?
Now, therapeutic, again, it's a therapy. Just think about it.
Yeah. To stimulate your senses.
You stimulate therapeutic, you're massaging.
With essential oils?
With essential oils.
You
use...
and what kind of essential oils will be for?
I mean, I use a lot of castor oil.
Castor oil?
Yeah, I use like castor
oil. The Caribbean castor oil? Well, there's a little bit of a dilemma there. How do you know which is which?
Well, I mean, you got to be with a reputable company.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be with a reputable company. Argan oils. I use a lot of those.
Right.
Hemp oils. I use a lot.
Yes.
So I mean, hemp oils. We used to make joke. Your hair getting high. But it was CBDs and all this stuff. But it's like but they still have certain characteristics with certain.
Don't you get goofed a little bit as you putting the hemp on your hair?
I used to use the raw hemp with the THC side. Back in the States.
To wash the hair. To use it as a cream.
Mix it with the cream, mix it with my massage oil, and the clients be totally relaxed.
Extra relaxation.
Extra relaxation. And
yeah.
With the tincture, you could drop on your tongue and all that stuff. Because it was healing.
I like that.
It was a healing manifestation, and you could see that they was totally relaxed. And when they walked out of the shop, or even if I had to make it personal, sometimes when I'm in the States, sometimes I go to people's homes.
Could you do that to everyone, that therapeutic treatment?
You can, but
what if somebody has lots of dandruff or they've got lots of sores around their scalp? Can they still do that?
Yes, you have fatty acids that you can use on like people that have sore psoriasis and all these other things, eczema and all the things, because you want to have something that's going to kind of soothe it.
Yeah.
Instead of creating more problem. And that's why I said society have it that where we don't look at the labels of what we're buying. But if you see products that got like YL and OL, you look at a lot of spirits and you look at a lot of alcohol.
In products?
In products. If
in
you go
in the hair, in our hair.
You just look at the back of the ingredients. You see anything with YL, you say that's a spirit. OL, that's alcohol based. So they use these ingredients to penetrate into the hair shaft.
And sometimes they're not good.
And it penetrates and it works. Takes and extracts. But like I said, a therapeutic range. Sometimes you find both of those ingredients. Or cosmetic, you'll find both of those. You find holistic, and then you find the cosmetic ranges. But all products have some kind of ingredient that is on that cosmetic or something that's going to be harmful, like not say harmful, but extract from the hair.
Would you say then, which is something that I think sisters who are watching, especially sisters, brothers are doing well with their hair because they've got their thing with their barbers. They always get the right information. Would you say that before I actually start buying, because I buy so much products for hair, and I find that I always have to put on another one because I'm not satisfied enough. Do you think the best thing is to come to professionals such as you? Then you do analysis of my hair as you normally do, and then you give me an answer, write down of what is it that I gotta use for my hair type. Because we do have different hair types in black hair that we're not aware of, because everybody think kinky hair, but this hair comes in some of us we've got a hard hair, some of us we've got soft hair. Like my one, it's soft and it's easier to lose volume. So that's why I'm always looking for volume, because of at this present moment it's beautifully volumed. But if I use something wrong, suddenly it becomes very limp. Exactly. Do you think? Yeah.
Limp only comes because of there's too much product on the hair, and it doesn't agree. But now when you find something that's agree with you, you find it's going to deposit and it's going to give your hair characteristics. And excuse me. Ooh. Blame that on the Prosecco.
Prosecco, behave.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, Prosecco. Yeah.
But you find that when you get a good range of product, it's not going to be heavy. It's going to deposit. It's not going to extract. And that's why you got the luxurious and the therapeutic. They deposit. Now the cosmetic is in between.
Which one is that one?
Cosmetic is a range that have an element of cosmetic and therapy in it. So there's a lot of name brands out there I can't really say right now, but they have at that middle ground. And then the cosmetic ranges is just totally bad crapola.
So two of them are not really well, but you can still survive with the third one.
The third one, you can survive. It's middle ground.
Yeah, it's middle between the luxury and therapeutic. So the best ones are luxurious and therapeutic.
Yeah, they are something that's injecting. They put in, they deposit in the hair. But you find that with the cosmetic and cosmetic, you take it and then you got to.
But this is a secret information. No, I've never had anyone speaking like that before. I've never had this.
It's money. It's money. Because
why is it money?
Because one takes out. And then the other one, you got to buy the cosmetic. You got to buy all the cream to put back on. The emollients, all the different things.
What do I have to look for? Because you can see my eyes are really looking at you. Like you gotta give me answers. You gotta give me answers. Now, if I have to look after my hair, where I feel, because of I would like I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. What I'm looking for. I wish my hair to grow as naturally as it is, and until it reaches here. For now, it's here, and I wish that it grows just naturally, beautifully growing until I look like a lion.
Oh, you want to look like the lion?
I want to look like a
And
lion.
your lion is going to by itself. Hey. So.
Yeah. So what do I need to do, really?
I mean, things
Stick to luxurious and therapeutic?
No. You just stuff around your house, electrolytes and things, foods, your vegetables. I mean, a lot of people have been getting into the biotin. Biotin just promotes hair growth. So there's nothing wrong with all those things. But you want to add something that internally is just going to feed the bulb, something externally that's going to help assist what you're doing.
Because it's not only the hair, it's actually what's going on underneath the hair.
Inside, yes.
Because there's some areas in me that are very painful, and I've never told anyone, and I'm saying because of your knowledge. Sometimes when I do my hair, you'll find that when I press here, it's really sensitive in a bad way. And when I go for doing my hair and they do plaits, those areas I can jump over the roof.
Wow.
What creates that? That some parts of my scalp are okay, and some of them it's like somebody has been punching me.
Well, that could be numerous of things. Because you got to look at okay, these two areas are very sensitive. Have I ever had any chemicals that were the bulb? Where the hair got burned, or have I had a traction where it's been routine where it's always tight, or is it my nerve endings? Nerve endings sometimes can be very, very detrimental. And again, your diet. I call it diet. I wrote this out over 20 years ago, and I said diet, D-I-E-T. Did I eat fat? And sometimes the things that we eat.
Did I eat that?
Yeah. Sometimes it did.
So that's what diet means.
Yeah.
Did I eat that?
Diet. Did I eat fat?
Yeah.
I did.
Knowledge is
I'm guilty.
Yeah. So there's a lot in this, isn't there? There's a lot, as you can hear, you guys. And I think when you come to Vibrantly African, you're gonna break it. Because what my question, I think, for you, though, which is something very important. Some people, they're gonna be doing a talk, and some people, they're gonna give a workshop. It will be lovely that you can give a workshop to break it through, because of, as I say, we need to do our hair, but everything comes with knowledge. Yes, I've got the hair. I was never taught how to give it what is right. I was taught to straighten it up or to do this braiding stuff and always covering your hair. So I want my hair, as I'm getting older, to celebrate the age where I'm at and to grow with me in this autumn years where I'm going, with sense of pride and honor. But I don't know. So having to have you at the event and you speaking like this, I'm completely thinking that, am I doing right with my hair? What kinds of products do I have? Do I have maybe the low ones that you say they no go? I have no clue.
But I say this as well. Everybody is different. So what might work for you might not work for the next person.
Either luxury or
down to the cosmetic, because you'll find that in your life throughout your hair history, you're going to use just like lipstick you put on your lips. Cosmetic range is the same for your hair. You might need to get a certain style, or you want a certain feature, a certain type of. So you might achieve that by using that cosmetic range. But if you overuse it, it starts to take away from your hair. In the same way with like luxury, you can use it so much to where it don't work anymore. So everything is in moderation.
So what works? In small.
Less is best. And like I said, sometimes
coming to people like you. If you don't know, go to professionals.
You can come to professionals. Sometimes they can give you a routine and give you something that you can learn. YouTube has been out, been telling a lot of people a lot of things. And it's good that, they're showing different styles and different.
But sometimes YouTube can be it can confuse you, because another person says do that, and then you follow and things don't go so well. And the other person says do that. So I think for me, it's that you gotta go to professionals, like what you're saying now. You You really like that thing that you say there. You take the hair and you do analysis of to tell where the health of the hair is. I think it's important because of some of us we're losing hair, man. I've seen the sister. Oh dear, she
Yeah.
probably has a hair here, and all that is gone. So it seems as if her hairline begins here. Can you imagine me with a hair coming up to here?
Wow.
And when you do analysis before you do my hair, you can actually help me to, you can bring that. Do you think once someone loses their hair up to there, can it come back, or once it's gone, it's gone?
Sometimes, if it's dormant, it can grow back. But if the bulb been destroyed
From within.
it's very seldom. But sometimes you can do like the PRP I was telling you about, platelet-rich plasma.
Hmm.
And the platelet-rich plasma is something that you know they've been doing it in the States a lot, and I think a lot of people go to
You mean the one where they take your
the
own
blood,
blood,
yeah,
and
take
then
it to
they
your
do
scalp.
something, and then they inject it back to your scalp?
Yeah, no side effects because it's your blood.
What do you call that again? Do you listen, you guys? This is
PRP,
very
they call it
interesting.
platelet-rich plasma.
It's done here in the United Kingdom.
It's done in
as
the
well?
United Kingdom, and I've tried to introduce it now, but I have to find a place to where I can be registered. You know, because everything has to look clinical when you do those type. It can't look like just a normal.
And it's your own blood.
It's your own blood.
Do you have to take out the blood, or the person has to bring the blood themselves?
No,
and then-
we have professionals. I have my a phlebotomy certificate as well,
Right.
and I have my PRP certificate. But I normally have someone to draw the blood for me. You know,
Okay.
because the veins. You have to know.
Of course.
You know,
course.
I'm not.
And is this therapy done for those who have completely damaged hair, or it can be done for everyone?
If someone wants to make the hair a little bit thicker, it's for everyone, I would say. But like I said, you have the anagen, catagen, and telogen stage of the hair. So there's a cycle that the hair goes through all the time. Sometimes we might not know what cycle they are at, because some could come at the end, telogen, some could come in the middle, catagen, some could come in the anagen, the beginning stages. So there's a life cycle span of the hair, but there's a cycle that goes with the hair every 3 months to 4 months.
Very interesting.
So when you're able to detect that client, when you see what's going on with the hair, then you're able to work with them, and you're able to do certain methods in order to help get the hair back to a certain stage. And also, again, they say body, mind, soul, and spirit. But if the body's relaxed, and as we were talking,
this will
as we were talking earlier,
yeah.
as I was talking to you earlier about, the therapeutic massage for the spine. Because there's sensory nerve endings, there's things that you can send when you're massaging the scalp and you're doing things for the back, the blood and everything start to flow, and you find that the client, sometimes the client just get knocked out and they're gone. But you can see that what you're doing, they're relaxed. And so therefore you're giving them therapy when they come to the salon. A lot of their worries and troubles is gone. Sometimes you don't even talk to them. All you got to do is do your work.
Yeah.
And because
nurture them, yeah.
Nurture them, yes. And because I've been in the trade for a long time, sometimes I can feel
when a person is not in good space through their hair,
through the scalp, through the shoulders, and doing the massage and stuff.
Right.
And you sometimes when I do the reflexology treatment, just squeezing the hand, you can tell certain things.
How come we don't get this information often when we go out there into the salons of ours? Would you say that maybe most of our salons, everybody can say they do hair, while they don't understand that actually there's lots of danger around the hair? Knowledge, it's number one priority. Would you say that? I don't know.
Knowledge is powerful, but sometimes salons get into a regime of just making money.
Yes, especially our salons.
I would say all salons, not all.
I shall say our one because that's the one I know.
But I've seen it in both circles. I've seen it in both circles, from the European to the blacks, salons and all this stuff. But I've learned that cosmopolitan salons have a tendency to go the extra mile. Because you got the whites and you got the black, and they want to learn, But then some salons just have that certain.
Even when they're mixed.
When it's a mixed salon. Sometimes because everyone's kind of looking at what's he doing her hair or what she's doing here. So I worked in all black, I worked in all white, I worked in cosmopolitan, and over 30 years that I've been in the trade. Let me not say it like that. But, I've seen a lot in the industry.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot. And it's like everything's every 5 to 10 years a cycle. Keep coming back.
Fantastic. Now, to wrap up this beautiful discussion of ours, what is no for you, as you have been in this industry for a long time, that you have seen and you can say to people, please watch out for that,
Well,
for protecting your hair?
One of the major protection, and I'm just going to reiterate about the chemicals. Sometimes the clients, the stylists don't change the towel. And sometimes they don't wipe that basin with a chemical.
And you can see it even when they work. Me, I always
and you can see a ring around the neck, and over a period of time, the hair start to go even on the side because the client's back and they might lean this way and they might lean that way. So hygiene. Hygiene is very, very, very important. And then another one, when you go into some salons, you water pressure.
Water pressure. Sometimes it's good. The
water
you talk about. Sometimes you're dressing up so beautifully, and the water is everywhere. And they take this towel, they wipe you. It's like you are not even a human being.
Yeah.
I like that water
pressure. Sometimes.
Yeah. Does it damage the hair? The pressure of the water as well.
If you got hard water, it depends on the demographic area you're in. It can be detrimental on the hair shaft. Sometimes you have to get a pump, or I would say, oxygenated type of pump that puts oxygen in the water fused with the water.
Yeah.
So it softens up and it gets off all that stuff on it. I'm a stickler with that. When I go into a salon, when I used to do my consultancy work, I would go straight to when I go and meet the owners, I go straight to the basin
to check.
I check the water pressure.
Interesting.
And I can tell them how many heads they can do.
How long they would stand. Pressure.
By knowing the pressure.
Wow.
Good pressure, you can get that stuff off really quick and you can get a good turnover.
Yeah.
The bad pressure, and even the hard water too, the hair.
Because sometimes it's too hot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too cold.
Yeah.
And then you say, please, can you change? And then they change, and it's like it's freezing cold. And then you say, please change it, and it's hot, and it becomes a stressful moment because of now you're feeling that water. What's going on? So water, I think water plays, especially for me as a client, it plays very.
You find some of the waters that come out of some of the taps are directional.
A shot.
Yeah, and then for Afro hair we need that kind of spray,
like a showery,
like a shower type of thing, just to get in all around. And you need that pressure. You need sometimes you need a pump. I always had a pump that produce oxygen with the flow of water.
Quite interesting.
And so clients would come in just to sit down and get the rinse the head. It's just so therapeutic.
And of course, as you say, massaging, it's number one priority all the time. Always make sure that you stimulate
the scalp. Yeah.
Number 3, what's not needed? So we spoke about water. We spoke about, what was the first one? Of course, the chemicals. Be careful of the chemicals around hygiene. And number 2 was, of course, the pressure of the water. What's number 3?
Well, number 3, we touched a little bit on the hygiene, but it's like professionalism.
Mm-hmm. A person who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I say a profession is a profession unless a professional is doing it. And sometimes you go into some salon, they profess to be professional, but they're not. And you'll see the reason why I say that, because sometimes when you're dealing with chemicals, I go back on that, you cannot put a chemical on the head and then walk around the salon
and forget a person.
Yeah.
Even though when you tell them that it's really burning now,
they say it's working.
They say it's working. And then they come a little bit, they tap it a little bit, and after they tap it, it even bends better.
They make a scar tissue on the scalp.
Yeah.
So that's a no. I mean, sometimes you have to work the chemical.
Don't go back to that salon.
Yeah. Don't go back. I ain't gonna say that, but you give them heads up so they can perfect. They can perfect their skills, because sometimes they're just lacking skills.
No, they lack communication.
Communication and skills, because dealing with a chemical, you never leave it. I've been to a salon where even European stylists are well, I say European stylists, but some of our stylists who are from different countries, and because they see you know, the monkey see, monkey do.
Mm.
Sometimes they see what you're doing, they think they can do it better, or they know the knowledge, so they would try to do it. But they would still ask the question, "Hey, can I shampoo hair before I relax?" What?
Because you can put hair before you use relaxer.
Yeah. Can I shampoo? I'm like, wait a minute. Can I put a color on before I relax?
Mm.
And you find that these people have no knowledge about hair care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hair care means you care about that client's hair.
One last question, which is very important for me. Can I get disease from another person who was there previously if they don't clean things correctly, like combs that sometimes they wash you, they comb your hair, and you can see that it still has some things. And I always say, please clean it. What is that? Can someone get
contagious?
Yeah.
Well, yes, you can't transfer somebody, you know, dandruff if they got something or to another person.
So
There's things that are contagious.
Yeah.
You know, that is just like the no.
Yeah.
You know, if someone got nits in their head, you're not going to take that same comb and put in. If someone's got psoriasis,
so hygiene once again plays a very important
sterilization and sanitation
and sterilize your stuff.
They need to sterilize and sanitize their thing. You know, because if they don't, they cause them more havoc. Even the towels. Sometimes, you know, you find them.
Oh, tell me about it.
You know, they take the towels and they haven't washed them properly, or if they use
like
the chemical
tissue paper. They're like newspaper.
They would just fold the towel up after they use it on a client. It becomes a soiled towel, and I said, put it down or put it in a basket so it be washed. Oh, it's kind of dry. I said, no, you don't do that
because of it has somebody's.
It's been on somebody
DNA.
Else. You know. So I mean, those things are very, very bad. You know, and then the clients who if you guys see in my hand, I fell over the other day. So you see those marks. Don't think it's anything, lesions or anything. It's just something I fell over and I hurt myself.
Amazing. So, you are so informed, and and I want to come back and learn more from you because, of course, I want to learn about my hair. My hair at this moment, it's lovely. I'm not complaining with it. It's lovely, but I just want to know what I can do to make it even more better because I'm doing it myself. I haven't been to a salon for almost 2 years, and I do it myself because I nearly lost my hair. And I saw a hole there, and I thought, salons, I'm not going. And that hole disappeared because of what I'm doing. So where can people find you?
I'm currently in Notting Hill Gate, but I will be moving to Pembridge Road, 51 Pembridge Road. I think it's called 3V or something like that, to a salon. That's local to where I am. And like I said, this became kind of sudden because they bought the rights to knock down the area and make a hotel or something like that.
That's why you're leaving.
That's why I'm leaving.
Okay, so, the one in Notting Hill.
But I'm still in Notting Hill Gate, and I still have the same number that people can get me on. And my name is Jim.
Are you on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram.
How do we get you on Instagram?
Well, that's the question. You know, these young people are teaching me a lot of things. I think I'm on as the hair doctor or Jeff Dorsey on Instagram, but I am on Facebook as well, Jeffrey Judson or Jeffrey Darcy Judson.
Okay.
So all this technology for social media. I know I don't look like I'm 60 years old, but I will be 60 this year.
He's 60 years old.
And I've been in trade for a very long time, so I'm learning all about this social media business to keep myself up to date with you young people. And try to give you guidance on hair care. And remember, synergy is the way forward now.
Definitely. So you guys, and then one last question. They say don't use chemicals on your hair. I hear that don't relax your hair. What is your take on that?
I recently talked the other day, and I said I have no discrepancy because anything that's dealing with hair care, and if a consumer wants it because of their lifestyle, sometimes you have to
don't deny it.
Don't deny it. You have to find a way that's going to be very, very good for them, and a very a way that's going to benefit the hair shaft because and the characteristics of the hair. Because you know, if you put a relaxer on and you're not treating it properly, you're gonna diminish the hair.
Of course. But if I don't want to use relaxer, what is it that you have as an option number 2? replacing relaxer.
I've done things now with like on a natural side of things. I think it's Avalon, and they have a thing out that they kind of texture release, they call it, but I call it I just say release your texture. So I've been releasing people texture for a very long time through natural phases, and it's just using different type of heat, thermal heat.
Okay, so they use
pot,
heat.
steam pot, and the GHD with the what they call these titanium plates. So and the old pressing cone,
that works as if it's a relaxer, but it's not. It will give you the same results.
Give you the same results.
Yeah.
Just like a relaxer.
But it's natural.
But the texture release, because it's glycolic, I think glycolic and amino acids base. And again, it's just a protein. And many years ago, decades, I put it like that, Sebastian had a range out. And they used to call I forget the name of it, but you used to use a hot plate type of thing, and we used to wrap foils around it.
Which they said it was not good for the hair.
They said, but it worked wonders. It smelled like goose manure. 2+1, I think they call it. And we used to tap that ingredients into the hair shower, then rinse it with cool water, and then blow dry it, and it did wonders. So a lot of things is heat, that they use to penetrate it, and then you have the products that is just molecular weight.
Yeah.
Naturally, that it just goes into your cuticle.
And that blood thing there, it sounds I'm intrigued about it, and I want to find out more. That if you take your blood and then you inject it in your scalp, is it a new technology?
No, that's been around. That's been around for a very long time. PRP. A lot of athletes, when they used to tear muscles and stuff, they used to get these injections of their own blood, and they would heal faster.
Yes, but I'm talking about the hair, because for the scalp it's something different.
It's the same.
It has always been like that.
It's the same principle.
Yeah.
Is it
a little bit because of, I think do you put a little bit of around the scalp to generate this, or how much blood can it be put there?
Just like when you go to the doctors or the hospital when they draw your blood.
Just that.
Just a little file that they have.
Okay, and then you go all around the
meridians. Might take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But the centrifuge, it separates the platelets in the plasma. And so they put the platelets into what they inject into your scalp.
Now this is it, you guys. I hope.
And the hair multiplies. I can't show you mine.
I think this was just incredible. I think for me as well, as a sister who's still dealing with her hair, as you can see, you guys, I've got flowers because I'm trying to play with my hair, and I love them because of the kind of pink and white. And yes, thank you so much. It was such a and we're looking forward to have you in Vibrantly African. As I said, I think it will be lovely for you to also conduct a private workshop, because you only have 20 minutes to talk, but if you have a workshop, you can have it for an hour. Which will give people, they can ask questions, and I don't know if it's possible, if you can bring samples of what we classify as luxury, what we classify as therapeutic, and you mentioned 4. I would wish to know those, so that if I go to the market, I know, as we're gonna have lots of people selling products, hair products at Vibrantly African.
If any of those sponsors out there would like to give me their products, I would love to do it. Show you the luxury side, the cosmetic.
So you can check from those people who are selling them.
Everyone can buy. Yeah, people can purchase that.
Exactly.
Because all of them are good.
Sisters who are coming to sell your products, he's a man to speak to. You're very, very informed. I love your information in terms of hair. And the fact that there's this massive movement, I say, the only time when we're going to be true to ourselves is when we also respect this.
Yes. Well, what they say, your hair is your glory.
There we go.
And your glory has to tell the right story.
Exactly. Hey. So thank you so much, you guys. This was just quick. It was not planned.
No, it wasn't.
And we decided to have a kind of discussions with you guys about the science of hair. And I think you're going to hear more at Vibrantly African. And brother, thank you so much for being a part of us. I think people are going to learn a lot. As I say,
thank you.
We are here to inform.
Yes. Just
as much as we can.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you.
Ciao, guys. You have a wonderful Sunday.
Ciao.
And remember, go to our website, book your tickets. The event is on the 28th of September. And please, tickets are running fast. Get your ones or go to www.vibrantly-african.com. www.vibrantly-african.com. So, till tomorrow, I'll be discussing with you again tomorrow. Wine has taken over. Thank you so much. Ciao, Chaposeko.
And I'm Jeff Darcy.
And I'm Cal
Darcy.
And Cal Matibula here.
Hey.
Hey, well, love, that sounds like South Africa. Hey. Ciao, guys. Love you, Lord. Bye-bye. That was beautiful, brother. That was stunning.
You think so?
Huh?